Hi, Teaquilters. It is T with Teaquilts, and today is April 9th, 2025. It is 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're here with live sewing chat. So today we're going to open up packages that's been sitting at the post office without giving me notification in my P.O. box. So I'm glad that the packages weren't stolen. So we're going to open those. We're going to, and I'm sure they're pillowcases, so we're going to be documenting that. Talk a little bit about retreat. Ultimate finishing guide. I still have a few books left. Scrap Quilting Club t-shirts. I did order some extra ones. I'll tell you what I have. And then you're going to meet Rose. So that is what we are working with today. So let me get chat situated here. I tried to come in a minute early, but I didn't do that. I wasn't successful. So hopefully people are getting their notifications and will be in here soon. Sue, GSD, says there's 77 days, Teaquilters, and the fun begins. So says the stressor. Right. So she's talking about retreat. I can talk a little bit about that now. We are having retreat June 26th, I think, through the June 24th. What's the dates of retreat? Hold on. I don't even have my phone here with the calendar. I didn't bring my phone in here. Let me see if I can find a calendar on my watch, if it's possible. I've never done that before. How do I get the monthly view? There we go. So retreat is June 24th through the 29th, 2025, which is a Tuesday through Sunday. So you actually go back home on Sunday. And we have almost 6 days, 5 nights of quilt retreat fun, including a chartered bus trip. So I'm looking forward to that. Just doing some last minute detail stuff that's got to be done. I feel like I'm okay because anything else I do after I finish these name badges, which are not finished all the way, but the hard part's done, so I'm not really stressed about them anymore. Once I do the name badges, it's most of the things after that are just additional things if I want to. So that's pretty cool. Darcy Savalius here saying hi, T Quilters. Hit that subscribe button, thumbs up if you're watching, and if you're new here, hit the bell for notifications, and also check out the Facebook page Teaquilts LLC. Make sure that you answer the 4 questions so that you can gain admission to that group. Dee Branson is here. Maddie Barnum is here. I may have messed up an order because one thing I had where you wanted a different shirt size, and then the second notification it had a different shirt size. So I'll try to resend you an email because the order was already in and I didn't notice it until afterwards that it was different in 2 places. I just took the last email, so it just probably was like a typo somewhere. So I have to figure that part out. So I'll send you an email, Maddie. I did get your box today from the post office, thank goodness. We'll talk about that in a minute. Our cell lady is here. She said my book was delivered. Yay, I have a second cataract surgery on the 15th, and then we'll have to rest for a bit. I peaked and can't wait to get started. Yes, I think it's got some great ideas for borders in there, and I like that it kind of teaches you how to do them, not just give you the idea. Claudette Hall is here. Don Cunningham. Holly Duvall's here. Patricia Priest. Francis Jackson. Zandra Odom. Bonita Nance. T9U Roberts. You sent me money But you never sent me an email to tell me what it was for. I don't know if it was, I think it was $25. I don't know if it was for a book. And then Crystal Williams also sent $30, and I'm not sure if it's for a book or a t-shirt or what. I'm not sure what the funds are for, so you guys need to let me know if you what you're sending money for. Melody Kiefer is here. Hold on, I missed some folks. Brenda Foley is here. Remo JS is here. I'm trying to see if I heard my doorbell. I left my phone. Hold on for a second. I'm sorry. I got a package being dropped off. While I'm out, I'll get my phone. Okay, so my phone is in here. It fell on the floor. That's why I didn't know it was in here. Sorry, guys. It was just a car passing. I had something posted been delivered earlier in the day, and then of course at the last minute they changed it to 7:30 to 8:30. I'm like, really? Okay, so we have Remo JS reminding you all to hit the thumbs up button to show your love and support. So I got Joy Creations here. Welcome, welcome. I just made an announcement. You sent me money. I don't know what it's for. Phyllis G is here. Melina Montoya. Mary F is here. Oh, she's got another migraine. Oh my goodness. Betsy Layton's here. Janice Miller. Danikra Johnson, welcome to the chat. Oh, she said this is Betty Ward. I mailed your book today, Betty. It's still coming up under her daughter's name. Okay. So welcome to the chat. 4 extension cards. Oh, I didn't see it in the notes section. Okay. So I'm going to put you down under retreat donations then. I have to find that page. Okay, and thank you so much, Gwen. I appreciate that. I didn't know what that was for. I'm like, huh? Okay, so let me get that. Retreat. I got that over there. I got to go back to this page so I can write the pillowcases down. That's why I'm on this page. And then Your Creation saying it was for book. Okay, thank you. And coffee for yourself. Well, thank you, Crystal. So I'll be getting that in the mail. Hopefully tomorrow. So thank you so much. Sheila Willis, do you want your t-shirt mailed? I just need to know that so I know what to do with it. It's packaged and ready to go. Ray Mahone is here. Vivian Calvi is here. Shelly S5 is here. Joanne Lucas. Okay. So, what else do we need? I think that's it. I read the chat. I got 2 questions answered. It's like I have money and I don't know what to do with it. It's really bad. What else we want to talk about? Retreat. We'll go over retreat. So, I will be sending out another email at some point. I just haven't had time to go to my desktop computer to do that. I do have 4 people down that are attending retreat, that it is their first retreat ever, not your first Teaquilts retreat. I know who's had their first Teaquilts retreat, but I have for first retreat ever is Darcy, Deborah, and then Tracy. So if you are one of the new people for sure that this is your first retreat ever, just let me know. So that I'll be prepared for a retreat when you do show up. I think I talked about it. I'm still working on badges. I have not been in this room since Saturday because had a whole lot of other things dealing with flood stuff. It's just a mess. And finding out what's broke and what needs to be trashed. And my husband's doing a lot of that stuff, but finding out we got some things that need to be replaced as well. So we're going through some changes, okay? So what else are we, what else? Oh, had doctor's appointments on one day. And then the fun thing that I did yesterday was that I taught Butler, which is Quilt Easy's computerization long arm software. I actually taught that yesterday, so that was really fun. I had to do a little bit of a drive to get there, a little bit longer than I thought. I thought I knew where the area was. It turns out it was on the end of that area, which I didn't know that area was that large. And so it was interesting drive. I was on the longest, windiest road I have ever been on in my whole entire life. But I had fun teaching. And I haven't, well, I do YouTube teaching, but like one-on-one teaching, I haven't done that in a minute. It's mostly Zoom stuff or, but being in person teaching. It was the first time I had done that in a long time. I really hate Zoom teaching. Because I feel like it's not as personable as I am in person per se, or able to assist and help people like hands-on. So I do the Zoom stuff, but it's not my favorite. I like hands-on teaching. Let's see. Joe Carmel is in here. Welcome, ma'am. Tracy Middlebrook is here saying her rent's paid. Thank you. Yeah, Don saying that she hate I got flooded but didn't realize they went in the house. Yes. Deborah Quilts is here. Welcome to the chat. Yolanda Riza and Delia Castro Short as well. So welcome everybody. So yeah. And then today I was just doing orders and I went to the post office. So we'll start with that. We'll start with the or the packages, because these have been sitting at the post office starting since like mid-March, because Maddie's been asking me about her box for the longest, and I'm like, I haven't seen a box. Apparently at the post office, whenever you get a package, they put a card in your P.O. box if your P.O. box isn't big enough for a package. And unless you've got like the ginormous box, most boxes are not going to fit in even if I got like 2 or 3 levels higher, packages are not going to fit in those boxes, especially when you get a lot of packages anyway. They're not going to fit all in there. So what they do is they write your box number down, and then they put a card in the box letting you know on the card, if it's just one package, they'll just write your box number down. But if it's more than one package, they'll write your box number down, and in parentheses, they'll put the number of packages you have for pickup. Well, nobody put any cards into my box. So my husband and I have both been checking. My husband even asked them if we had any, and they just told him no. But when I went up there, I wasn't going for it. I said this time I wanted, the great thing was that Darcy had sent me a tracking number. And so I was able to give them that tracking number. So then they got lazy, because normally they'll tell you need that's what they told my husband, he needed a tracking number. So when I gave them the tracking number, they didn't even use the tracking number. They went and checked to see if I had any mail for my P.O. box. And lo and behold, here comes 4 packages from 3 people that's been saying that they sent me stuff. And none of it was there, until I had to go ask them, and I let them know that nobody had put a card in my P.O. box. So you can look at me like you crazy, but we come up here as a minimum twice a week. But when I'm dropping off orders, I'm up there almost every day of the week. And there was no card in my box. So I don't bug you if I don't have a card in my box. I'm just surprised that since March, that they hadn't sent packages back, because they don't normally let them sit there more than 5 days. So we're just lucky that the packages were still there. So I don't know what was up with all of that. It was the craziest encounter that I've had up there. So So that's what's kind of going on. So let's open up Maddie's box first. I think this is the one that's been out the longest. Well, I'm wondering now if this is a second box. But Maddie had a box she's been asking me about for a while. But let's open this one. It's the biggest box, so I want to put the pillowcases in this box. That's why I'm opening this one first. I'm hoping it's something I can put the pillowcases in. Uh-oh, this is not pillowcases. This is something else. All right. So this is not pillowcases. All right. Let me make sure this is from Maddie. Yeah, this is from Maddie Barnum. Oh my goodness. It's a big pin cushion. Look at that. So blessed. I'm going to assume that she made this. And it's got the big pin cushion up here. Now that's cool. Isn't that cute? Pretty. Well, thank you. That's really nice. So we still don't have her pillowcases that she mailed. We'll leave it right here for right now. Well, I'm not using the machine right now. We'll sit it right there. But isn't that cute? I'm just going to go to the bottom. Hopefully, I'm probably have missed. She says it's from Hobby Lobby. She didn't make it, but it's really cute. I saw the thing on the bottom, but I wasn't sure if she had paid for the wood part and then she covered this and put this on it. But isn't that cute? She says it's from Hobby Lobby. On here, it's got your price sticker of $6.99. So maybe they have it on sale or something when you go. But that's cute. And then it can be used as a paperweight. That's cool. So I'm going to use this box though. I'm just going to sit this bag right there for a minute. I wanted to use this box to temporarily put pillowcases in, because once I open the bags, I'm gonna need some space. So then here's another box from Jester Creative Space. So let's open it. Trying to see if so this one's an April one, but it still should have been to me before now, before today. All right. So she put it in a box in a bag, so another box. Just trying to make sure her address isn't showing out here. Look like pillowcases. I see your name on here, but I'm not going to say your name because that's not your YouTube name, so we'll just leave it as Jester's Creative Space. And I did mail your pattern today too, just so you know. Then on the paper, she says, I have no doubt that you will find a great home for these. Thanks for all you do, and many blessings rain down upon you. And may blessings rain down on you. Sorry. And then Jester Creative Space. So yay. Pretty. I'm cheating because I see sets, which is cool. I'm going to tell Kevin to sort out sets just in case we do a husband and wife or something like that. But isn't that beautiful? Solid gray. One of those, and then one again. So two of these, because it's like I seen sets. And then we've got one that's the white with the dots top and bottom. Pretty cool. So that's 3. Here's number 4. Again with all dots, but orange this time. 4. Number 5. Number 6 and 7 is the same, except they're reversed. 6 and 7. And then this is 8. So she kind of again hit the spectrum of adding some kid ones in, then male, female, like more unisex ones. So that's really cool. So I think that was 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 7. Hold on. 1, it's 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we will do that. She got 8. We were at 193 for a long time because of the post office. So now we're at 201. 201. And tonight Kevin isn't here. He's at church with his mom. So for those that are wondering where Kevin is, So thank you, Jester Creative Space, for 8 pillowcases. That's really nice. I'm going to put them in the box here, then I'll get them into the bag afterwards. All right. Let's see. We should have Darcy up next. They got a rubber band on these two. Yeah, this is Darcy. I'm so glad these showed up. I'm just surprised none of the packages or boxes were tampered with. They've been up there so long. Hi, Michelle the Quilter. Hi, Paula S. People are saying very pretty pillowcases. Yes, they are. All right, so here's Darcy. What is this? I need this piece of paper. 1, 2, 3. I think it's 12. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is Darcy's 3rd time sending in a batch. So we'll just put Darcy up here times 3 so I know that she's not a 3rd individual. And then we'll add the 12. And then that will be 213. 213 pillowcases, guys. We surpassed our goal, and we are now working on our new goal, which Kevin says is the 200. No, 300 is the new 200 for pillowcases. So, Sue, can you post that about donating pillowcases for people that don't know what we're talking about? We are collecting pillowcases, and they're going to be distributed to various different charities or just organizations. They don't have to be a 501c. If I got some people that need a pillowcase, they can have a pillowcase. I go to churches, I go to daycares, I go to teenage mother homes. Almost Home is what it's called here. I go to Annie Malone Children's Home. The Veterans Center is also around in my neighborhood. So anybody that wants a pillowcase or needs a pillowcase, I give them a pillowcase, because anybody that that appreciates our fabric art, that's who I want to give our products to. So pillowcases from Darcy. Cats. And the green is a cat too. Hold on, let me let you see the back of it. Very pretty. Darcy folded so I don't even have to refold. This is the same thing except that the fabric is reversed with the blue and the light green, lime green. This is lions, and it's gotta be some kind of kid print, baby print. So this will be cute in a baby's room, and they are the opposites of each other as well. Very pretty. So that's 4. And then we have another set here. You can see them both together. 5, 6. Baby girl. She got baby boy, baby girl. And these are animals. More like, I think, zoo animals. So again, sets where she has reversed the prints. I think that's a great idea. Don't have to think so hard about what goes with what. These are more of your adult pillowcases, and I think these are still neutral. These are the same, so let me open up the inside so you can see the green that she used. Very pretty. Gorgeous. and her last two. And I'm just thanking God they arrived. Oh, these are the opposites of the ones that I just showed you. That's why. So, very nice. I think it's great too to have some sets maybe because you just never know what the situation will be. I'll tell Kevin to make sure he also sort out the sets that people have made. And then this one is from Betty Ward, who I mailed her book today. And she doesn't stay far from, she lives close to me. She's not that far away. I did not know that. Okay, I did write down Darcy. Okay, so now we got Betty. We'll count first so that I can make sure I get the numbers written. So she's got 4 here. Nice, nice. So that's 217 pillowcases. Yay! So here's the front. It's a puppy dogs print. They're cute in colors, like they dyed their fur. This one is flannel, very pretty. Look at that, very cute. And then these two are the reverse of each other. Got dots and like giraffes. I'm just gonna put this one upside down, but they're actually opposites of each other. Just trying to make it so you can see a little bit more of the print. Hold on. Oh, that's the top. It's got to be this one I show. So you can see that. That's really pretty. It's upside. No, it's not. They go right side and they go upside and down. Okay. So that's why I'm having problems. Okay, but very pretty. So thank you to Betty Ward for your pillowcase donation. Really, really appreciate it. And that's it for right now. So 217. Let's see. $217 divided by 300. We are now at 72% of our 300 goal, but our old goal, we're at 108%. I'm trying to see if my husband's coming to the door. That's the package being delivered. So yeah, so all the pillowcases are gorgeous. So thank everybody for participating in those. Ben, let me see. He could be asleep. Oh, I hear him now. Yeah, that's him. I can hear him with a little bit of moaning. All right, so here we go. So yeah, so we are at 108% of our old goal. So we have smashed that goal. That's why we increased the goal to 300 pillowcases. And we're going to make that because I already know there's 3 major people that have a whole stack of pillowcases that haven't turned them in. I'm talking about massive numbers. So we're going to be over 300 as well. So I think we've got the pillowcase thing down pat. But if you still want to send a pillowcase, you got until the end of May. I'd say May, not the end of May. I'd say by the third Saturday in May, I should receive them by the third Friday, because I'm going to be giving Kevin all of these pillowcases if you want them to be at retreat. After that, once I give Kevin that bag, because I'm going to give it to him on the third Saturday retreat, because we're meeting, Scrap Club is meeting early this month, in the month of May, not this month, in the month of May. And I'm going to give him that because Kevin's going to be sorting that and bringing that to retreat. So that's one thing I don't have to worry about bringing. So if any more pillowcases come in, it's not that they will not be accepted or donated. It's just that you'll see them on the channel, but you may not see them in the pile at retreat, which I think is going to be difficult to pick yours out of a pile at retreat anyway. So I don't think that's going to be a major problem. So yeah, but they will be seeing. And Darcy says, remember, T, you don't have to make any. I haven't made any yet. I do have fabric. But I have said that if I get towards the end and then I find that somebody needs pillowcases and they don't have them, then I'll just take a day or something and make pillowcases for the last group if I'm short, like, 5 pillowcases or something, because I got the fabric. I've been buying fabric for them. So it's just a matter of me sitting down making them, and I've been using my time wisely elsewhere, since you all have been so great in donating the pillowcases. You've made it so that that's not something that I have to worry about. So I'm really happy about that. And I've already got one place lined up to receive pillowcases like in July, the first week in July. I told them to call me back the first week of July because I wanted to make sure it was after retreat and I had a couple days to work. I said, call me back after July 1st. And they want pillowcases already. And so I'm actually going to do, since they asked me ahead of time if there was anything that I could do. And I told them what my charity was for this year. And they said, that'll be perfect. And then I'm just going to make them like a little care package or something like that with some other Teaquilt stuff, like a pen, some stickers, maybe a tote bag. I might add some other stuff in there. I haven't decided yet. So it's just a matter of just figuring out what I want to donate. So that's what I'm doing. Michelle says her box is in St. Louis, so you should get it soon. Yeah, I had somebody whose box is scheduled to come tomorrow. And then the other thing, too, with P.O. boxes, when they say it's delivered, I can't pick it up until the next day, because it's like they go in before 10 and they do all the mail sort for the day for P.O. boxes, and it's all available for that day by 10. So if it comes in at 12, it's not going to be available for pickup until the next day. So they have some weird rules, and I try to work with their rules. But again, it didn't work this time because they were not doing what they were supposed to do. But when we don't follow the rules, we get chastised at the counter. But when they don't follow the rules, there's just nothing said, nothing. Zero. You got 4 packages back there since March, mid-March, and you haven't said a word. So, hi, Deborah Holloway. Welcome. At least they ring the door so they don't. Oh, they don't do that at my house, girl. That's the door camera is telling me that. That's not them. That's my phone that I got it set through my phone. That's not them. They don't ring nothing. They don't even come up. I got 3 or 4 steps. They don't even come up the steps. They just throw my stuff to the porch, child. They don't care. They don't care. See, Joy saying that she hasn't received any Teaquilts mail. I think the last one, I didn't send any in April, but I thought I sent one January, February, and March. I'm not sure right now, but I have been sending stuff out. I have not sent anything out in April, and I probably won't. So everybody that's been in there is still in there. So hopefully everybody's stuff is working, but I'll make sure. Elaine's reminding people to hit that thumbs up. Say we've got 91 people in here, but only 50 thumbs up. So please hit the thumbs up button. Also, I'm here to talk about Teaquilts Scrap Quilting Club t-shirts. I do have extra shirts. I'll show you a couple of colors. I put them up here because these are extra shirts. And they're not the only extra shirts I have. I'll tell you what color and then I'll tell you what sizes I have extra. Because I just ordered extra shirts because I always need them for new people entering into Scrap Club in person. And then in case somebody didn't get a chance to order their Scrap Quilting Club t-shirt. But this is navy with the yellow. And still got a dot of thread on it, okay? Trying not to put it over this way. It's just, I think they're in the fibers. Just like lint gets in your hair and on your furniture, I think that's what threads do to quilters. So that's navy. This is sapphire. And I don't know what color blue this is I have on. It's been so long since I ordered it. And I didn't order any of this color blue. But I don't have any of this anyway. So, I have some more purple. So I could have some additional sizes that aren't in here from my previous order. But people wanted different color shirts. So, extra shirts though, in navy. I have 1 medium, 1 large, 2 extra large. Texas orange. I have 1 XL and 1 2XL. Cherry red, I have 2 medium, 2 large. Well, I have it in medium large, extra large, and 2XL. Halconia, which is a hot pink or a dark pink, I have just 1 in an XL. Sapphire, I got in medium, large, and extra large. That's the blue I just showed you back there. Purple, which is your dark purple, is a medium, large, and extra large. And then I got a chocolate brown, so I must have put this in the wrong thing when I was trying to order for Maddie. I got confused on what size she wanted, and I ordered the wrong size, but I got that in a 3XL. So that's the shirts that I have right now. And I still have Remo's is packed up, Sheila's, Joanne's is packaged. And then everybody at my Scrap Quilting Club in person, your shirts are already packaged. So just letting you know what categories, because I had some people asking me about ordering shirts after the deadline. So if I called out anything in your size, and you'll have to get it in that color if you want it, because I won't be ordering anything else. Okay. Oh, that was... Okay, so she sent the payment via Zelle. Okay. Elena, I mailed your shirt today. I just need to send you the tracking number. Let me make sure. I had mailed it. I just didn't want to tell you I had mailed it. When you was asking me how did I want you to pay, I went ahead and just did it. When I responded to your email. I just got to find your tracking number. Hold on. Make sure I sent it. Were you the last one? Let's see. Ship station. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Yes, it's been mailed. Let me see if I can copy the link and see if I can send you the tracking number now. I have to go to sent mail. It's not even showing me my sent mail from today. Okay. Betty. Maybe they compiled them down. Yeah. They compiled them down. Reply. And I'm just gonna paste your tracking number so we can be done. And let me make sure I'm sending it from the correct email so it'll go, hopefully. All right, so I just sent you a tracking number, but your shirt was mailed today. Okay, so she wants a brown XL. I have to see what I thought I ordered the XL, but for some reason I don't even see it. So I got to find it. Okay. And if I don't have it, I'll just have to pay higher price and just order the shirts that I made a mistake on. Hi, Sean of Go Savvy Designs. Welcome, welcome. Bonita saying she want that pink. I haven't been reading from the top, y'all. Yeah, so I am reading from the top. Good. T, did you order retreat shirts? Retreat shirts will be at retreat. I ordered like maybe 80 shirts for retreat because I try to order shirts so that people that come to retreat next year, they still have some. So I should have plenty of shirts for everybody for the 2025 red shirt. And then what I did order was last year's shirt because I didn't order 80 shirts last year. I only ordered what we needed and just a few more extra. And then I didn't have enough for everybody that requested a 2024 shirt. So I have 2024 shirts and 2025 shirts at retreat. I probably just got a couple of 2022 shirts still available. I can't wait until I have enough retreats that I've got a lot of shirts, because I'm gonna make me a t-shirt quilt with these shirts once they get out of the rotation. Well, I'm going to make me one anyway when I get enough shirts to make a t-shirt quilt, because that's what I'm going to do. Has nothing to do with rotation, because I always get 2 shirts for myself anyway. So, yeah. Janice Miller saying sapphire, medium. And send PayPal. I'll just put PP for PayPal. Vivian wants a cherry red XL. XL or 2XL, Miss Vivian? I'll put it in XL for right now. If I remember to bring it, oh, that's another thing too. Somebody they brought a retreat shirt. You can pick it up at 20 for your size, Bonita, and then you don't have to send the $8 for shipping, because shirts are they're not medium L, so I have to charge the regular shipping for that. And Remo is picking up at retreat. I'm trying to figure out, did Darcy, remember T, you don't have to make any. I'm trying to see if Darcy have said something else to me. Say, T, did you order retreat? Oh, okay. Yeah, she's responding to that question. Okay. So yeah, I should have plenty of retreat shirts. I had ordered them early because they notified me like right before retreat last year that they were going to go up in price. And so what I did was I ordered them early, took them to retreat. The people that were there actually got 10 or 20% off the shirt. I can't remember what it was now, off of the old price. And then even when they went up this time, I just didn't give the discount because they went up on their shirts. The shirts cost more, especially the 2XL plus sizes. But I try to even out that number, but I can't believe how much they went up on the 2XL plus sizes. It's kind of ridiculous. So, and you never know. Like if I'm giving you a price prior to ordering, I don't know what those shirts are going to cost. So it's like, it's when I'm putting it in that I kind of know what they cost. Thank you, Benita. I see your payment. Thank you. So yeah, so that's what's going on with that. Again, if anybody else wants the ultimate quilt finishing guides, I have these available. Still have, I ended up ordering all 10 that they had left. I think I have, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 of these still available. So if you want this book, this is $24.95, and then I pay for shipping on this. It just depends on where you are. Shipping and handling can be anywhere from $7 to $9 depending on where you going. It's crazy. You know, media mail used to be very, very cheap. Like we used to spend like maybe $2, $3 to send a book. No, they going by weight. They going by the size of the package. Media mail is no longer really media mail. They're just charging you about $1 cheaper than if I was sending it as a package. So yeah, it's crazy. And I didn't know that ahead of time because it's not that I send books out all the time. So I just didn't even realize that what that was. Michelle, let's see. I'm trying to see what did Michelle the quilter say to me because, okay. And I'm just trying to make sure I haven't missed a comment. So what is the process? PayPal or email first? If you want to pay via PayPal, send me an email and just tell me that. If you want to pay via CashApp, Venmo, or Zelle, then send me an email, tell me that. You can just go ahead and send the payment, but make sure that I have your mailing address. That's the thing that I need. If you're going to pay, when you pay via PayPal, I use whatever address you have listed with PayPal. So you got to make sure that address is correct. Otherwise, you're going to be paying for shipping twice. There has been a couple times I paid for people shipping when their PayPal email address was wrong. If I ship to anywhere else other than what PayPal says is your mailing address, then there is no guarantee. PayPal no longer guarantees your shipping to make sure that I send your product. But I always send the product for the orders that I'm paid for. So just let me know. Joanne is asking, do I have any in the 2XL? What colors? I have cherry red and Texas orange in 2XL. Those are the only two because the other ones were kind of purchased out for me in the 2XL, so I don't have any more. Okay, so if your shirt size is small through XL, your shirt costs $20 plus $8 for shipping. If your shirt size is 2XL and up, it's $25 plus $8 for shipping. And that's because those sizes, because if I order a 2XL, it's one price. If I order a 3XL, it's another price. If I order a 4XL, it's one price. And I do have somebody that needs 5XL. So there's 4 different prices on that chart. And so what I did was when I just added the 5 extra, I used to average that out and it was $5. It's way over $5 now, but I'm still just using 5 for right now. And we'll be changing that next year on t-shirt orders because I didn't realize that they had gone up so bad. So it depends on the size of your shirt, how much you have to pay plus your shipping. Lana says, not teeth, Teaquilters. I don't know what I said. Did I say teeth? So yeah, then if you're getting a purple XL, Michelle, then it would be the 28 for the shipping. And I'll just write your name here so I know that one of them goes to you. And like I said, the purple and sapphire, I probably got, well, maybe I don't have purple and sapphire. I can't remember. I might, because I ordered purple, and I think the purple shirt was also last year's retreat color shirt with teal lettering, if I'm not mistaken. And so, but I think I do have more purple and sapphire because I just like those colors with the yellow. And so I probably have more extra in that downstairs. So should be plenty of those, hopefully. And XL is the size that I like to get. So when I start ordering extra shirts, I always have the extra shirt in XL because if nobody buys it, I know I can wear it. The other sizes, then I have to say, okay, I'm going to make t-shirt quilts. And so that's what I kind of have. So yes, it would be 28, Michelle. So, and I put you down for the purple. So everybody that requested a color in there, I got 4 people. I have it down for you. So yeah. So I don't have anything else. Anybody else got any other questions? Oh, I forgot all about the last thing. And somebody asked me the question, but I ignored them. That was Mary F. Are you sewing on a different sewing machine? No, ma'am. Well, I'm just showing you a sewing machine. But this is the Viking, Husqvarna Viking Rose. It just came apart as I moved it. And I downloaded a book because the original manual is hardly ever with these when they come. But I didn't pull anything out to sew on. Let's see if I can find 2 pieces of fabric that can be sewed together just so you all can hear it sew. I did look in the book and they said not to oil. And I just find that to be the funniest thing is when they tell you not to oil. And as soon as you take it to the shop, what do? They oil everywhere. So it's just very weird. So I got this Viking Rose. I'm going to turn it around so you all can see the front. So this was the thing that I said, and I can't remember who ended up guessing. Was it Yolanda, Riza? I said I would never buy this machine. It's a Husqvarna, not this machine. Now, when I sewed on this machine, I didn't hear that. So I'm wondering if that was like one of those things that you could turn on and off. And everybody in the class decided that they were going to leave it on. And I've been hating this machine for years. So I'm going to sew on it. I've only sewed on it one time, just standing up at back on my long arm when I first got it the first day, just to make sure that it did run. This machine is an embroidery unit. It's like a small section, but you need to have an embroidery card. I ain't interested in all of that. I got the card for you to save the stuff on, but I don't have the system to connect it to the computer and all of that. I'm not interested in embroidering on this machine. I bought this machine so there could be another machine for use at retreat. So I'm telling you right now, if you're listening, if you sew on a Husqvarna Viking and you want to sew on the Rose, send me an email so you can sew on the Rose. People have been sending me emails for machines that were already taken on the list. So I haven't had a chance to respond to all of that because I'll go to the list and I go, okay, that's taken. I don't have time to figure out another machine right now. But if the people ask for a Janome, Sheila's name was already on the Janome. And people are asking for the Janome. People were asking for the something else. I can't remember. And it was taken already on the list. So make sure that you're looking at the list when you're telling me you want to sew on a particular sewing machine, to make sure that that list is empty. And that's what I need to send an email out for and update that list, because I've had some changes on that. So I will make sure that I will send it. But I didn't have... And Darcy was saying we're getting towards the end of time. Who is Rose? Rose is this. And I think I was answering at the same time that she was typing, so that was too funny. And Darcy's reminding people to hit the thumbs up button as well. Joanne wants me to put her down for the 2XL in cherry red, Joanne Lucas, because I just sent another Joanne, which was different. So I'm going to have to put your whole government name in here, girl. Oh, she said she guessed that it was a sewing machine, but not the brand. But somebody had said that it was a Viking or Husqvarna. I remember something. I'm going to have to go back and look at that. I can't remember if that was last. Yeah, it must have been last Wednesday when I said that. So I wanted to just show you the machine, show you the front. I do have to say that the machine itself is very pretty. I love the red, white, and blue interface. It's very pretty. It's got a navy, a red, and then kind of like a slate blue appearance to it. And then the numbering is lighter blue. The pads where you change everything is a lighter blue. So I do like that. It is a beautiful machine. It came with these feet. It only has one other bobbin other than the one that's in here. So I will have to order some bobbins for it. But it's got quite a few feet. I've got an open toe here that I can, well, two different open toes. Let's see if one is a plastic opening. Nope. They just probably ordered the wrong foot twice. When I used to do a lot of stuff on my sewing machine that I now do on my long arm, I used to love open toe foot, and I love them to be metal because they're a little bit heavier than plastic. They've got the zipper foot. This looks like a 1/4 inch foot right here. I just got on a 1/4 inch foot that they probably bought with the lines on it. And people that work on the machines will know what they are. This is like some kind of edge guide foot, foot C, foot D. I don't know what this is. It's fatter on one side than it is on the other one, but that's D. And J, which is another edge guide type foot. So they had those in here. I don't know what this is. It's got a foot to it. It's like stitch, maybe stitch regulating of something. I have no idea because I don't use the machine. A second thread spool. This is like a darning foot. Maybe you use this when you're machine embroidering, because this is the only thing I see if you were going to be embroidering. It's got the original seam rippers, the cleaning brush, the hump jump, the what do you call it? Screwdriver. Some needles, which are just in here, and then a couple of thread nets as well. And I've got a couple more things. Something plastic. I don't know what this foot is. It could be like a cording foot where you can put something under it, and then you can stitch zigzag over the top. It's in the groove. That's what it looks like. And then I've got some kind of screw here. Have no idea where this screw goes to. But it had those parts, and then it had the embroidery unit, which is this little bitty baby looking thing. I have never seen an embroidery unit so small in my life, because I think it only does like 4x4 or something like that. But I'm glad it had some additional feet. I don't know what happened to all of the whoops, I'm putting this in backwards. I don't know what happened to all of the, maybe I wasn't. all of the bobbins because I don't have that. So I have to get some bobbins for somebody to use this. I like to try to put some extra things in here so you can wind some bobbins and then also keep some open in case you need to all of a sudden sew with some color thread. Like if you're top stitching on a project like one of our retreat projects, and you might need to have something other than your neutral thread color that you use for piecing. So I like to give them a few bobbins as well. So yeah, so let's see, how does this sound? Uh-oh, did I put this in here right? It was like it's sitting up, and it's like this is sitting up, so this is not in here right. And I haven't used this before, so it's a learning curve. All right, let's... It still look like it's up to me. Okay, I just want to sew on it to just so you can hear how it sounds. I'm hoping, do I have thread still in here? Yeah, I got a spool of Orfeel in here, so it should be fine with that. And I'm just picking 2 pieces I got up here for sewing strings because I haven't been sewing anything. This machine does not have a knee lift that I'm aware of. I don't know why this is here. But I remember when this machine first came out, how many people were really gung-ho about this machine. So, and it hasn't been used, but it doesn't sound loud. And I think what I'm going to do is take it into the shop, maybe. Because this might need the tension tighter. Speed. I'm just testing the stitch on 2 pieces of fabric. That's stitch length. You got to figure out where tension is. Let me look up here just to make sure. Tension. Uh-oh. I can't get it to move unless I'm not turning it. Oh, there it goes. It was just a little stuck. It's a manual knob. Let me see what its stitch is at now. So I just wanted to sew on it so you all can hear it sew, those people that use the Husqvarna. And I just want to see if it's going to, that tension. Yeah, that's good right there. It just needs to be tightened a little bit. It's tightened more than norm. That's why I think it might need to have an adjustment, because it's on, instead of being down at 4, it's about at 6. Because you don't want your stitching coming out. But yeah, it's really good. So I just want to make sure that they run. And so I will make sure that I get this one into rotation as well. Just get a quick little looking at. I used to teach at a Husqvarna Viking. They used to be the same people that had the stores inside of Joann's here in St. Louis and Illinois. I don't know if he did around the country. I can only tell you what I know here. So I'm gonna take it to his actual store and have them do a quick look at it to make sure. It's an old one. I don't know. This thing has got to be 20 years old. And but when this came out, this was like a very popular machine for a lot of people that were using the Viking line at that time. So it's a very old one. what list I need to be on that list. I need an embroidery machine bad. If you're looking to purchase embroidery machines and you want one that's used, I just look at my Facebook Marketplace. That's how I buy my machines used. And I'm only buying this. I only bought this one because I knew people used Husqvarna Viking, and that I could put this one. It wasn't so old like the old Singers. Some people have never sold on those, so some people are not comfortable with those. But I wanted to get another machine that was more updated than the old Singers. So that's why I have the Viking. So it is an older one. Good night, Ray. He letting me know it's time to go. And this is for a retreat. If she's asking what list I'm talking about, I'm not giving away a sewing machine. I actually buy sewing machines so that people have machines that are coming in from out of town so that they don't have to worry about bringing a machine. And I can't do it all the time because I don't have 100 sewing machines. I try to give them a brand that they've already worked with so that they're more comfortable. Like if you work with baby locks, I try to give you a baby lock. If you work with, this is the first Husqvarna Viking I've got that. And I've got a lot of Singers. Lana says whoever was making the Viking was one of her first. So the Viking was one of her first machines that she purchased, and it was an embroidery machine. I love them. I'm just sorry that who used to make them don't make them anymore. And I don't know anything about that company because I never intended to have a sewing machine. I don't know anything about the Viking company itself, like as far as where the machines are made or anything like that. I don't keep up with that with regular companies because it changes all the time. Everything's put out for bids. I used to work for the state. We have no loyalty. It goes to the cheapest bid. So I never keep up with that. And then Singer, Husqvarna, Viking, and Foff are all under the same umbrella right now. And that's what Don is saying, that this right here, I feel like the software is obsolete because you have to have one of those card readers. And I am not interested in putting money into a card reader. I could care less about the embroidery part. I have it. I'll see if I can sell the embroidery arm on Facebook Marketplace because maybe it's somebody out there that didn't buy it or don't have it. But if I don't sell it, I probably end up trashing it because I'm not going to let it sit around here because I know I'm not going to use it. So I'll see if I can just sell it on Facebook Marketplace for a few bucks. And if nobody wants it, then I'm just going to trash it because I'm not going to use it. I have no intentions of embroidering on that. So that's a good thing because my Singer Quantrum XL1000, you can't run that on the new computer systems and with the new Windows system. And so it's obsolete. I got all the stuff for it, but it's obsolete because of how you have to get this. You have to use their card reader, which I have the card reader, but you have to use their card reader to be able to get the information into the embroidery for it to stitch. Now, in all honesty, my Singer was the best stitch out I ever had and gave me the least amount of problems, and it will take any thread that I put in there. All the updated machines are so persnickety with threads and stuff, so there's new metallic threads that run better than the older metallic threads, but my Singer XL1000 was stitched just about anything, and it had the largest sewing field for it was like 5x9 if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in that neighborhood. But it did beautiful stitch outs. The software, I hated it. It was the worst software ever. I'm not sure why my phone is making all these mistakes with spelling tonight. Forgive me, everyone. It's all right. It happens to me all the time. Good evening. I have to watch the replay, but hello, everyone. Hey, Kim. Oh, my goodness. Eric Oda says, if I didn't know any better, I would have thought you all were talking about a Viking singing group. I come in here and hear Viking singer. You know, you just cray cray. That's from Eric Oda. Wasn't your singer the one that sold backwards? It was that singer 9960, I want to say the number is, but it's so funny because every time I pull it out and sew, it doesn't sew backwards. Like especially when I'm live, and it hasn't done it in a long time. I think I have it on the other side of this desk because I was trying to just sort some stuff out, and I got stuff sitting on top of it because it's in a case right now. I'm sorting some stuff, trying to figure out what's back here. So, but it hasn't sold backwards in a while, so I do want to check that one because I might bring that one to retreat because it didn't do it. And then one year before I got the brother, which Claudette sews on now, Claudette was sewing on it and it didn't sew backwards for her. It was crazy. And it's weird because when it did sew backwards, you couldn't get it to sew forward. But if you cut it off and then cut it back on, then it would go and do the same thing. And then I took it to the shop. They couldn't figure out anything that was wrong with it. I looked it up on YouTube. Some other people in some groups saying they had the same issue. But everybody's still buying the machine and saying they're great. So I'm one of the few people that put the truth out here in these streets. So yeah. I think that's it. I just want to make sure I got everybody's question. Yeah, Bonita says, yes, it is a beautiful machine and Quiet Singer XL1000. Yeah, and it still sews good. The only thing is that, you know, the older machines didn't come in they weren't made for quilters. They were made for sewers. So it's set to come in at a 5/8 inch of a machine, of a stitch when you cut it on. And you can't change the mandate of where it starts. So every time you cut it on, you have to adjust the needle to get it into the 1/4 inch position. And if you don't, you're going to break a needle. You know, it's going to be very in your face if you make the mistake and don't do that. But yeah. So sometimes I'll just sew with my regular foot to prevent that from happening, the needle break. And then if I have to re-sew something, at least I can re-sew it over breaking needles every time you cut the machine on and off. So I just sew with my 5/8 inch foot sometimes, and then I just slide the needle over instead of putting the foot on, and then a 1/4 inch foot and sliding it over. And if you don't move it and break a needle. But that's the only problem. I used that machine for many, 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 many years. And Eric says his first machine was a Singer too, so that's cool. So that's going to be it, guys. I am going to skedaddle out of here. Go put these pillowcases up. I'm going to fix me something to eat first. And then we'll come back, put the pillowcases up, because I always try to keep those put up. Put this machine in the case because I was holding on to it. And it did come with a generic case. It came with like a basic sewing machine case you buy at like Walmart. It didn't come in a Husqvarna Viking case, but at least it has a case. So it's good for me to be able to carry it. So I do have the case. I just didn't want to put anything up until I show it to you guys. And I've totally forgot to do it on Saturday. It was so much I had to do on Saturday that I forgot about introducing you all to Rose. So this is Rose, the Viking. Okay, now I know what's going on. It has a little hook right here. All right. See, I have never sewed on the machine other than doing like a sample stitch when somebody's machine was acting up in class. I have never like sewed 2 stitches in a row on this thing at all. So until today, because I really don't sew on Vikings. But I have to say, this machine is not making that annoying noise that I was running from the Vikings from. So maybe that's something that came on the models afterwards as they started getting more computerized, bigger embroidery fields. And I can't remember what those designer something, you know, series when that started happening. So that's going to be it, guys. I will see you all Saturday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for 2-hour live sew and chat. I have no idea what I'm going to be working on at this point. I do have a project that I could sew on. I could also finish making these badges. We'll see if I get that done before I get back in here. But I just got 2 more steps. Put the pin on the back and then write the dates of the retreat on them. So that's going to be it, guys. I will see you all then. You all stay blessed. Be safe and quilt out. Deuces. Give you deuces today.